Welcome to Introspectively Speaking, the podcast where I invite you into my stream of consciousness. You'll get to listen in on real conversations as they unfold between me and my friends, and sometimes the conversations I have with myself. We'll explore universal topics, life lessons learned, and reflect on the truths we often keep to ourselves. There's a little something for everyone to relate to in this podcast. With the right balance of levity and depth, I can promise you one thing. You will always leave with at least one thing to think about. With that, I'm your host, Amber Lynette, and now it's time to go on some trails. Got my emotional support pillow and my coffee.
Emotional support pillow and coffee.
All right, are you ready?
I am. I got my coffee.
Professor Pogsworth?
Professor Hypesworth?
Is Professor, I just did it with a lisp. Professor Pogsworth, are you ready?
Listen, with the morning that we've had, I'm surprised we're even able to talk.
I don't know why. I was just like, do you want to record a podcast? Well, because I've been wanting to record one with you for a long time.
Yeah.
So
I'll make sure to speak clearer than usual. I'm usually like...
I think you speak pretty clear. Except when you're looking down at your phone and you're like... and you expect me to hear what you're saying. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers with our coffee. Today is sponsored by...
Nani.
What did you get?
I got a vanilla iced latte. I'm that basic bitch. I own it. It's fine. It is what it is.
And then I also love Navi, but opted for my own cold brew at home today. It's black, like my heart.
And your lungs.
And my lung. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Introspectively Speaking. I'm here with...
Nanny Banani.
Nanny. Do people call you Nanny Banani?
No,
I was like, I never knew that. Nanette is her name, but
the
nobody calls her that except me.
Government name is wild.
And yeah, we had quite a morning. We had quite a morning. So we almost got final destination this morning. We were catching a flight to New York to celebrate our friend's graduation. Shout out, Lizzie.
Shout out, Liz.
And so it was JetBlue.
Mm-hmm.
We get on the flight. I think first and foremost, the flight attendant was...
Get your baby off the exit row.
She was not very happy.
Yeah, she was not
Something
happy
would happen with a flight attendant that was already addressing the issue, and she would get on the loudspeaker and reiterate what that issue was at that time. And it was creating a vibe in the plane.
Mm-hmm. Not a good one.
And we got to see everything because we boarded first.
Yeah.
Which never happened. So it was like, it started off good.
Yeah.
Group A boarding.
Group A.
Space.
Walked right in.
All good.
Beautiful.
And then about an hour into the whole process of boarding the plane, actually everybody was already boarded.
Yeah.
And the pilot comes on. He's like, excuse me, we're experiencing some mechanical issues. We've got the mechanic here working on the plane right now. But as soon as he's done, he's going to put it in the logbook and we should be free to take off.
Which already is like, fuck this, right? Like you hear mechanical issues on a plane and you're like, I'm trying my life right now.
You're like, mechanical issue. Nobody ever wants to hear before they get on a flight that there are mechanical issues, right?
No. First it was like something small. And then maybe 10, 15 minutes passed by and they're like, as they were fixing the first maintenance issue, they found a second maintenance issue. So at the second time, at this point, Amber's looking at me like, what are we going to do? And I'm looking at her like, fuck if I know. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait it out. A whole hour passed by, just sitting, and it got hot.
It got hot. Well, I had a really terrible night's sleep. Started off by crying to sleep. Yeah. And then, woke up an hour before I actually had to be up because Professor Pogsworth she snores really loud. And so then
I have a problem.
You have a problem.
I'm sorry.
So
yeah,
I was already tired, so
right?
I had put my scarf over my head. I went to go. I was in a very light sleep, but then all of a sudden I woke up and it was just really, really hot. I was like, I told Nanette, I was like, turn on the air. So she turns on the air, nothing's coming out. And then right at that moment, the pilot comes back on and he's like, all right, everybody. So the mechanical issue is still being fixed. Something is wrong with the AC. We realize it's a little bit hot in there. And then maybe I'm getting the order of events off a little bit. But all I know is that the plane just shut off completely.
Just turned off. Just like that. Oh, out of nowhere. And like, context, I travel a lot for work every other week. I'm on a plane. I have never had this happen where like the plane just turns off out of nowhere. You can tell even the flight attendants were taken aback. The pilot's taken aback. Like, fucking nightmare. Actual nightmare.
It was terrifying. Like, the engine turned off, the lights turned off. It was just complete and total silence in
just hear everybody
in the vacuum of the plane. It was really scary. So then we both looked at each other. Yeah. And I'm like, are we on the same page that we do not want to be on this plane in particular?
Yeah, even if they fix it. Like, no thank you. So we had to deboard, which took a while. Then we got off the plane. We made the line, which took forever. It was like another hour in the line.
It wasn't a full hour?
Maybe like 30.
I don't think it was an hour.
It was like 30 minutes, at like 30, 40 minutes in the line. And we were like third or fourth in line. They were just taking forever. And we get to the front, and I'm like, my guy, we're not getting on this plane again. Like, you gotta understand. He's like, yeah, I get you. If I was you, I'd do the same, or something like that.
Lewis.
Shout out Lewis from JetBlue.
So nice. So nice, Lewis. But I also found it kind of interesting. So we kind of played this game like, who do you think will stay?
Yeah.
Who do you think will stay on this
plane?
We'll
still take the same plane. Yeah.
A lot of people did.
Almost everybody.
The line was very long. And then once they were like, good news, everybody.
Everything is fixed.
We're going to start boarding again.
There's nobody else in line, just us.
Everybody just like left the line. And I was like, why? No, I don't know. I mean, and don't get me wrong. There's, I'm sure, a million things that happen that we don't know about. Yeah. And that maybe a pilot wouldn't be so forthcoming about. Yeah. But when you do know about it, you're like, if I have the choice to...
like one of the panels or something, I'm like, a panel sounds important.
Everything sounds pretty important on a plane.
Like, I know it's not engine or it's not whatever, but panel is like, I feel like if a panel's fucked, like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
No.
So we're rerouted. We're leaving in an hour or two.
Yeah, we got to be mindful of our recording time.
We do.
Yeah.
We do.
Maybe we should have a little clock in front of us.
We should.
Like your phone. Because what time is it now?
It is 10:24.
And we have to leave at?
Probably like 11-ish.
So in 40 minutes?
Yeah.
We have to record this in 40 minutes?
We gotta get yapping.
All right, we better get yapping. She's gay and I'm gay, and that's what we wanted to talk about today.
Okay, I'm gonna put a timer for 30 minutes.
All right.
All right?
Sounds good.
Start. So, we're gay.
So we're gay.
We're gay. She's gay. I'm gay. Let's talk about it.
And how did we meet?
Okay, number one, Miami-Dade. We had a couple of classes. I think it was redoing the United Nations or restructuring the United Nations.
Yeah. Yes.
Re-something the United Nations.
Okay.
And then another class for the European Union.
Mm-hmm. I loved those classes.
Those classes were the best. Seriously.
I was United States and you were China, right?
I was China, yeah. And then in the other one, you were...
Germany. I just had the baddest ass.
Meanwhile, I was the Czech Republic, which shout out to people
Countries.
from the Czech Republic, but like in terms of international relations, you know,
power.
Like,
I was really into it.
Very much so. That I was so surprised. I think I had learned that you were actually not even majoring in international relations, because I did, but you weren't. You were doing communications.
Mm-hmm. Mass journalism and communication.
What the fuck are you doing in this class?
I don't know. I needed it for my credits.
So then I think I added you on Instagram. Mm-hmm. I don't remember at all. I don't even remember us having conversations in classes at all.
It was a long time ago that you added me, though. Because remember we looked?
Yeah.
Like, when did we start following each other?
It was like during that time that we had class. Mm-hmm. And then you didn't follow me back until like 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we didn't really know much. Like, we just kind of saw each other's life on Instagram, you know, one of those. Mm-hmm. Until December of 2024. you got Petunia. And, like, I am a lover of Shih Tzus. So I started, like, oh, my God, the dog. Can I pet that dog?
Yeah. Slid into my DMs. Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog? And then in December, you asked me, hey, let's link up. Let's have a beer. And now the rest is history. Now we're biffs.
Now we're biffs.
Biffs, bro.
now we're gay biffs.
Gay biffs.
And we've built such a really good friend group too.
Shout out to Val and Liz.
Yeah.
Love you both.
Yeah, which will both be on the podcast as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much how we reconnected after, and we weren't like super close in Miami-Dade. Like it wasn't that, but
no.
I know Petunia's a little magnet for friends.
She's a community builder.
She is. People are always like in love with her. I mean, which by the way, she's missing today because I had sent her off to be watched.
Oh yeah.
For this trip.
Sweet. Had a flight in the morning.
Yeah.
Right.
So getting into it, when did you know you were gay?
Like I came out of the womb and looked around at the nurses and was like, yeah. No.
I like this.
No, I think I kind of always knew. I mean, there's so many pictures of me being like 2, 3, 4, 5. And like, just because you're more tomboyish or you like to dress a certain way doesn't mean that you're gay. But for me, it absolutely did. It was just like a telltale sign.
Yeah.
I remember as early as like elementary school when the girls start having crushes and they would like the boys in the class. And I'm like, oh, nobody else is crushing on the girls. So that's something that like I had to keep to myself. Like that was my first kind of realization that like, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. I'm different. I had to kind of be like, okay, nobody else is talking about crushes on girls, and that's how we get socialized at a really young age is like everybody else around me is crushing on, George or Johnny or whatever, all these people.
George and Johnny's.
And I'm like, Roberta can get it. Nobody else is talking about Roberta. Like, I'm using names that I didn't go to school with, so.
Yeah. To protect everybody's identity.
The true identities of the story. Yeah. So kind of always, but I didn't come out until middle school. I was very young. I was probably like 12 when I came out.
I think back in that time.
I was
probably very
2006,
early.
2007.
Yeah.
I mean, ridiculous of me. But so the way that I came out was like, I got my first heartbreak. So your first lesbian heartbreak is like could put you in the hospital. Like like the first lesbian heartbreak sends people to psych ward.
I
like,
concur.
Yeah. You'll crash out big time.
Yeah.
You'll crash out big time. And so this girl like wrote me a letter breaking up with me and that she was choosing my guy best friend.
Oh.
Yeah. And
painful.
guy best friend didn't even know that I was gay. Like it's not his fault. He has no fucking idea, right? Like he has no clue, right? That's my girl.
That's my girl.
That's my girl, And I remember I was so heartbroken and I got home and I couldn't stop crying. And so my parents are like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, who died? And I was like, my heart died.
My heart is dead, okay?
I can't. And I was so heartbroken. I mean, I'm fucking 12, like I'm a baby.
Yeah.
Going through the first heartbreak. And I remember my dad was like eating dinner at the dining table. My mom was washing dishes. And they're like, just talk to us. Like, what's going on? And I was just like, I'm bisexual. I feel like a lot of people do that, though. Like, a lot of people first, and it doesn't mean I'm not erasing, like, there's no bi erasure here. That's like a valid sexuality. But a lot of people who are gay, or at least women, come out as bisexual first just to, like,
It's a softer entry
supposedly
into it may feel that way.
Yeah. At the time, I'm 12. I'm like, maybe if I say I'm halfway.
But you already knew at that point.
I already knew
you were gay.
Yeah, I already knew.
I call it gay.
Gay.
Like, are you gay? Gay.
I already knew. But I told them bisexual. My dad just looked at me and he was just like, you should have told me before you told your mom, because he was really cool about it. But my mom went ape shit. She went absolutely ape shit. Shout out to her though. We're good now.
Love you, mom.
Love you, mom. But she lost her absolute fucking mind. Like she was not having it. Context. I have an older brother who's also gay, as you say. Yeah. So she was, and he's my half brother, and we shared our mom. So she was like, I'm literally like a gay baby factory. She would just say shit like she would just say things like, what's wrong with me that I had like two gay, as if that's something that's like wrong with us.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So obviously she doesn't believe that anymore. She grew out of that, but it took a long time. So that is how I came out. I still dated guys. So sorry if you guys are hearing this. Sorry to do that to y'all. In high school, they were so sweet. They were so nice.
So nice. You're so nice. I
So nice. Like,
don't want to do it.
When guys are like, "Oh, you don't know, you're not gay. Like, you just haven't like met the right man." I'm like, "No, I had really great guys. Shout out to them. Like, sweethearts. It was me. It's not you. It's me." And I meant it.
I meant it. I really don't like the D.
I really fucking don't.
I really don't like it.
So I still tried, right? I dated men. I was like, maybe, you know, and just no. So by the time I finished high school, I just sat with my mom and I was like, it is what it is. I tried. You met them. I tried. You saw. It is what it is. Yeah. And I just never dated men again. So R.I.P. to that life. It wasn't meant for me anyway.
No.
So I think it was just interesting to come out so young and like just have that set identity, not just at home, but at school too. Like at that point, like in middle school that I can remember, there was only one or two other people that were out. And I didn't really identify with, like, I felt like during that time, 2006, 2007, I mean, it's not as open and understanding it is now. Like the other day we went through like the 15 different types of like lesbian stereotypes.
On ChatGPT.
Right, on ChatGPT.
They were pretty solid.
They were solid.
They were very solid.
But like 2006, 2007, we didn't even have any of them.
No,
like,
of course not.
And I'm 12, so I don't know shit, right? Like, so the lesbians at my school were like very, very butch, very manly, very this. And I didn't feel that way either. But I was also very feminine. And so like, it was very strange to kind of grow up and not have like somebody to represent me, right? Like who I am, what I mostly felt like. It was like they're either really, really masculine or they're like hyper femmes and you know, all that stuff. And I'm just kind of like in the middle here, just trying to be.
So you define yourself today as a?
I don't. I mean, I've been called soft mask.
You always call yourself a soft mask.
Emphasis on soft. We're cushy out here. We're cushy.
Soft mask.
Soft mask. So I don't, you know, whatever makes sense for people. I don't really give a shit. Like I wake up, I wear whatever the fuck I want. You know, I don't care. Sometimes I'll feel more feminine. Sometimes I won't. I think I went through like a time period where I was like, what am I? What do I, you know, where do I fit in? And I made that such a big deal in my 20s, and then I hit 28, and I'm like, who gives a fuck? What am I trying to figure this out for? Like, who am I trying to fit in some sort of box for? Yeah. I'm over it. And ever since then, it's just been a lot free. Way more free. Yeah. So how about you? You're gay.
I'm gay. My story is very different from yours.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, because I always feel like, at first, I went through not like deep guilt, but some guilt over the fact that a lot of people really like went through the fire coming out as gay. Yeah. Like when you, for example, right? Yeah. And many others that I know. And I didn't experience that. I sort of just slid into it in a way. Yeah. So I had dated men my entire life. Mm-hmm. And yeah, growing up, you have a little crush on this boy or that boy or whatever. But then after my first, actually, let me think about this. So I knew for sure I was gay when I met my ex. Yeah. My ex. Yeah. But that was like a whole...
You took one looker and you're like, shit, I'm gay.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't like know it exactly in that moment. I was just like, I was just very attracted. Mm-hmm. Like, why? Yeah. Why? Yeah. It's like, this is weird.
So up until her, you didn't really have attraction towards women?
I did, though. Okay. Because that's why, the way I'm telling the story is a little discombobulated, I think. So when I met my ex and I saw her for the first time, I was like, yeah, in it. Like love at first sight. I believe in love at first sight. Yeah. And then I'll kind of get into that story after.
Okay.
But before that, right out of high school, I had broken up with my longtime boyfriend, who eventually ended up becoming my husband.
Okay.
So we were together for 2 years in high school. We broke up. I broke up with him because I'm a jerk. I literally said I was bored.
Okay.
I'm a jerk.
Okay, thanks for the context, because at first I was like, no, don't say that.
No, I was a jerk.
Okay, heard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's valid, though. Like,
yeah, I was a jerk, though.
You know, I mean, we're also, that was high school.
I
like,
know.
You know.
Very, very, not developed in many ways.
Mm-hmm. I'm bored.
I know. I accept it. I own it. So, the first person I dated after him was a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say her name.
To protect the identity.
To protect the identity of the victims involved in this incident. But she was like definitely more. All right. So when we asked ChatGPT, and there were different kinds of lesbians, she fit into the little boy lesbian category. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that one? And I guess for those listening who are not gay and don't really know what that maybe that sounds a little bit weird. You would have to look it up to understand. But I think probably the best famous comparison would maybe be like Shane from the L Word.
You think she's a little boy?
She's a woman, but like she has those like in the younger episodes, or in the earlier episodes where she's very young, I do think she has like that little boy-esque aesthetic for lesbians. But I was just so terrified. She was fully out, and I was just so terrified. We would like walk down the street, and she would want to hold my hand, or we would like want to go out, and she would just want to hold my hand. And I was just so concerned about somebody that knew me in my other friend group, right? Because this was when I was with her, this was like in my American Apparel friend group, which was very diverse and cultured, and there was every single kind of person you can imagine. Yeah. But then my other primary friend group from like Key Biscayne, and that was not like I didn't feel safe to like expose myself in that way. Okay. So I was always worried that somebody was going to see. I was worried that my ex now husband's ex, whatever, that his parents were going to like drive by in the neighborhood because they lived nearby and see me holding this girl's hand. Yeah, okay. The fear was real. Yeah, it is real. And also that was the first time that I had a taste of the cattiness. And I don't know if it's like that today. But there was just so much cattiness at the time in the lesbian community from what I was exposed to. Okay. We would go to ladies' night at Sunset Tavern. Sunset Tavern, yeah. Ladies' night at Sunset Tavern. And I just remember being there one night with her and just seeing like girlfriends of other girls like beefing with each other. And I was like, I don't know if this is like me. Yeah, lesbian community is not always the healthiest. And so that was my first exposure into it. It didn't work out at all. She ended up having an ex-girlfriend who was in the picture, and it was fine. Such a lesbian stereotype. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah. It was horrible. So I was like, I used that, and I was like, nope, I tried it, not for me. But when I first started like going through it, and even my friends that I worked with, they were like, Amber, it's a phase. It's a phase. It's a phase. They're like, it's a phase. And I was like, ain't shit I hate more than that fucking phase. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know if it is. I didn't like that people were saying that. Right. But, in the same token, when I was done with that situation, I started messing around with guys again. Yeah. So I messed around with guys and only guys after that. And then after about 2 years, that boyfriend that I broke up with, and I told I was bored, him and I ended up getting back together when my mom died. Like that's what brought us back together. Yeah. And then we were together for, so probably, let me think, 19 years old to 30 years old. Fuck. Yeah, we were together from 19 years old to 30 years old. And I still love him very much. Yeah. As a person, and he's very happy in a new relationship now, and I'm very, very happy for him. But when I turned 30, kind of going back to when I realized that when I accepted it, realized, and went through the whole like identity, crisis to an extent.
Yeah.
When I met my ex-girlfriend, I was still with him.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, but there was something happening there within me that I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
I tried like really hard to stop.
It's like that Chappell Roan song. Like the world would have to end, like for you to not feel it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
something.
I tried.
I butchered the lyrics, but something like that.
I should listen to it.
Yeah.
But I tried really, really, really hard, and I just couldn't stop what I was feeling, what I was thinking, and like we already know that I got some problems up here.
No, I hadn't noticed.
I got some mental work that I need to do. But yeah, so I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it, and so I pursued that. And I ended up in a 4-year relationship for the first time with a woman.
Yeah.
And I identify today as gay. Very thankful, right? To have had that experience and that.
For sure, she brought you to the other side.
Yeah, brought me to the other side. Is that a thing though?
No.
I don't know.
I actually really hate when people say that. Like that was a concern that I had growing up too, was like I would hear that from other people, like, oh, if you hung out with Nan, like you might be gay, as if it's like a fucking disease that you can spread or something, you know, like, or they would say like, oh, she can turn you, and it's like, bro, what am I, a fucking vampire? Like, what is going on here? Like, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if something about me is appeasing to you, that was already within you, shorty. That had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, don't then go back and blame the person who's out and who's owning their existence and who they are with you being confused or you kind of like figuring it out.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so don't say those things.
Yeah, it's not.
Also, if you're the type of person who says it's just a phase, like, go fuck yourself. Just PSA out there. Like, don't tell your kids it's just a phase. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. So yeah, but I did go through like a period of like, identity crisis. I was like, does this mean that I'm gay?
Yeah.
Does this mean that I'm bisexual? Does this mean that, you know, like, am I really going to throw away all of this, you know, time that I've had with this other person because of this thing that's happening to me now?
Yeah.
The answer, I just knew that the right thing to do is I couldn't stay in something when I felt another way for somebody else.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do that.
Of course. And they didn't deserve that either.
Yeah.
They don't deserve that either. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really how I came to realize. And today a lot of people, I think because of the way that I look, and we've talked about this, people still want to put me in a bisexual category because I think it's largely because of how I look.
Because you're femme.
Because I'm femme.
Yeah.
Men in particular.
Yeah.
But girls too. Like when if I like reconnect with somebody from, you know, a long time ago and I'm, you know, kind of sharing my story with them and they'll say, but you're bisexual, right?
Right.
I'm like, no, I'm gay.
Right.
That's where gay comes from.
I got you. Okay.
I'm gay.
Yeah.
Or lesbian.
That's so interesting.
Like, a lot of people don't, I guess because the stereotype is a more masculine or even like butch.
Right.
Which they exist.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, 100% they do.
Yeah.
But that's just not who I don't come across that way. But yeah, I like the ladies. But yeah, so that's my story.
Well, welcome to the community.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you here on this side.
Thank you. In this last year, as I've been going through this major, you know, transition, one of the things that I wanted to do, so I recruited you. I did want to build up my like queer friend group because I'm gay, but I don't really have gay friends.
Right. You're not in the community.
I'm not in the community. I don't really know like beyond what I've been exposed to. And like all of my friends are straight.
Yeah.
So it's been really nice to have someone else in my life. And I've made a couple other friends too.
But none like me.
No, never. None like you, Professor Pogsworth. It's been really nice. It's been learning experience. And so
it makes a really big difference when you start building your queer community. Like when you start actually like seeking out those friendships, occupying those spaces too. I mean, there's not too many in Miami. Like, I mean, what we've got Twists, which is the usual, but that's mostly gay men, which we love gay men, but like you guys already run everything. Like leave some for the ladies, bro. Come on now. And but especially like when traveling, like just I think that's what's opened up a lot for me is like in my travels, like going to queer like neighborhoods. Like we don't have queer neighborhoods here in Miami. We don't have that. Like we don't have like we just don't have that big of a community here. I feel like it's easier to kind of like if you say, oh, the queer community is in South Beach, again, it's mostly gay men. Like, I don't know.
It's not like going to like a Wilton Manors.
Right, yeah, which is fine. Wilton Manors is great, but when you're from fucking Kendall or you're from here, like Wilton Manors is a hike, you know? It's a like that's one weekend every once in a while to go up there and do that. But even then, like just having one queer friend can make all the difference. Yeah. Because it's like you just feel more like, okay, I'm not just safe, but I can be understood. Right, like when you're surrounded by straight people and the only people that you know are, it's not that they can't understand you, but there's only a certain level of depth where they can, right? Like they're not gonna understand like the lesbians have the art of yearning that I feel like others don't. Like we have.
What do you mean?
Like
the art of yearning.
Like we have this like. Not that the straights don't, and not that the gay men don't, but I feel the straights, but like women loving women is just different. Like it's just a completely different dynamic. Like we have high levels of enmeshment in our relationships. We hardcore try to become one, like, and that's not always healthy. Obviously, there's like major issues within our community about that. But the way that we love is different because the way that we we're very in our heads about a lot of things. Men are pretty, for the most part, kind of straightforward. You know, like, you know, they're like, it's just very different. So in like having those lesbian relationships, I think it just kind of explores more and you feel just way more seen in a different way than if you don't have that. So I think it's all about like, how can I be more queer? How can I embrace that more? Especially now, like when we think being queer and going out, we think, oh, we're single, let's go out. But it's not even about that. It's just occupying those spaces. It's just getting out there. Yeah. Like making these connections with people and just like being in that life and just understanding what that lifestyle is.
Yeah. And I think the, like, how do I explain this? Like the lifestyle, right? Because to your point, here in Miami, there's not like a huge... I'm sure there's like a bunch of gay girls that hang out. Like they exist. Yeah, of course. There's like ladies' nights and stuff. Back in the day when I went to Sunset Tavern and there was like the community, and I don't know, maybe it's true. Maybe they've all, slept with each other.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen the L Word.
I've seen like pieces. But okay.
The psh in me is going to come out.
I know. Psh is pocket-sized hater, by the way. That's why I call her my pocket-sized hater.
That's me.
100%. I just feel like, yes, it's a great show. I love it. But it just like, it's so much drama. And it just almost, to the point where it's like glorifies so much drama,
but that's why it's so
glorifies
good.
It.
But yeah, so like Alice in the show has, I think she calls it the net or the web or something. And it ties every lesbian in the community to each other. Like, oh, this person slept with this person, slept with this person.
No, we can do that.
That means that I've slept with you through this person, right? And like, I'm not interested in that at all. No, in that like community aspect. I was gonna go somewhere else with this and I totally lost my train.
Yeah, when we talk about like community, I'm not talking about like fucking people's ex-girlfriends.
That's not.
And like, no. Like that's like the unhealthy part of like the community. But I'm just talking about like, for example, like I have these friends like Yoli and Shayla. They're a great couple. Love them. Love you guys. We go to certain events together. Like we go, and all third wheel, I don't care because it doesn't feel like a third wheel, but like we just want to be in those spaces. Like, just like a safe, secure place with good people, just being fucking queer, being gay, listening to Chappell Roan, dancing our asses off. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just, it's just very different when you can exist, as you authentically are than when you have to it's not like it's almost subconscious when we do it, when we have to exist in these majority like straight places. It's like almost like we have to, subconsciously we act differently. We might not realize it, but we do act a little differently.
But I also think that like not every lesbian, myself included, like I've wanted to meet other like gay friends and just kind of understand what that's like. But I wouldn't say that like I'm subscribing to gay lifestyle in a way. Like how like
I think you being gay and having a life is just your lifestyle.
It's my life. It's like my life. I do normal life things. Right. You know?
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily gay. Like I'm not doing it. There's nothing like particularly gay. Like I could, but I haven't really gone to like events. I've never been to Pride.
You've never been to Pride?
I've never been to Pride.
Okay, wait, pause.
I mean, I want to go to Pride.
Right.
I would probably want to go to Pride if I was straight, though, too.
Yeah, I get you.
You know, it's I don't know. Yeah. I just haven't been.
I mean, my first time at Pride was only a few years ago. Like, I was not, like, I don't wear rainbows. I don't, like, you know, I guess I haven't lived, like, the general gay lifestyle either.
Or stereotypical.
That's, stuff. I think, what I mean, I haven't really, like, I think I've been to Pride maybe once or twice in my life with, like, you know, friends and stuff like that. But I have found that the more I lean into those spaces, like, the freer I feel in my day-to-day life.
Okay.
You know, so I feel like that's what it means. That's what it is. It's like just leaning into those spaces and making the connections, even if they go nowhere. Just talking to other people who are also queer and getting to know their story and where they came from and what you know, what it's been like for them makes all the difference. Oh,
our time is up. Is it time to go to Fort Lauderdale to catch our other JetBlue
Fort Lauderdale
that hopefully is much safer than the last one that we were on?
Oh my god!
What time is it exactly?
10:54.
10:54. Okay. All right. Well, I think to close then today, so that we are not late to our flight, and maybe we can catch a little drinky before. It's 11 o'clock.
A little drinky drink.
But by the time we get there,
it's fine.
It'll be like
12. It's fine.
And then, you know, we can grab a little drink and it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah.
So...
In conclusion, we're both gay.
In conclusion, we are both gay.
Learning what it means to have community, little by little.
Yes.
Right? And leaning into those spaces. And just figuring out where the fuck we want to go from here.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. Like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like everybody. In conclusion, we're like everybody else.
We're like everybody else.
We just like the same sex.
Yeah. We like girls.
We like chicks. That's it. So stay queer. Don't be weird. And it's not a phase.
It's not a phase.
It's not a phase.
But maybe it is a phase for some. Maybe they're just curious.
I think it's
Maybe they're just curious.
And that's fine, right? But like that's not the same as a phase. It's like a phase is like, oh, I went through that and then I got over it.
That's true. I guess the way that you label it and what it means is different. But I know like there are people out there who are curious, or sometimes you meet someone that you're like, oh, like I didn't kind of, you know, but maybe you're not fully gay.
Yeah. And
that's fine.
It's a spectrum, like most things in life. You know, I don't think attraction is very like black and white. Even bisexuals are not 50-50. Yeah. That's not a thing. Like nobody's 50-50. Nobody's even 100 except me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I could never be with another guy.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Like
I hear them talk
sexually.
I can't hear them talk for longer than a few minutes.
I have guy friends that like I love talking to and I like, you know, sharing time with, but like I don't ever want to be sexual with a guy ever again.
It's just like...
That's a great way to end this. I reconnected with a friend recently who, like an old friend, and he had no idea that I was gay. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
He was all dressed up.
Yeah, I love him. If you listen, I don't know if you do, but I'm sorry, bro.
Fuck around and find out.
Sorry. But anyways, thank you so much for recording this very quick episode. I think it was full of depth and a lot of good stuff.
Twists and turns.
And we're just like everybody else.
We're just like everybody else, literally.
Yeah. All right. I'm holding out my hand.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hater Smith and Pogsworth. Forever.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Introspectively Speaking. I hope something in today's conversation sparked something within you. Take a moment to reflect on what resonated, and if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to rate and review. Your feedback helps keep the conversation going. Until next time, sending you a big, big hug.